Ngicela ukuthi sibize Provincial coordinator azochaza lezi ncwadi ezicirculate on the WhatsApp groups from the SG. Ngicela ukuthi kube uyoza ngaphambili.
In the mighty province of Mpumalanga, among our meeting here, they are in our midst, with the leadership of the National High Command, convener of the employees of Mpumalanga. I'm interpreting all this deployment and make sure that you understand. We say the convener of the mighty province of Mpumalanga, Mamweni, Umrome, Warumega, Uli said the entire collective of the regional leadership that is led by their chairpersons and secretaries and the entire collective. Comrade, we are operating as a collective. We are very united. So you are a classified delegation to this meeting. Amanda, comrade, you are very important in this meeting. Amanda, delegation of Mpumalanga sub-regions. Amanda, with the supporting staff of our legislature. Amanda, with the employees of government in the mighty legislature in Mpumalanga province. Amanda, in the MPs that are in the National Assembly. Amanda, Young Lions roar. Watinta Bafasi. Comrades, Bonda Bezita, Abala Bonda Bugo, Abafundis, all protocol observed. Comrade, among yourselves here, we have 17 municipalities that they need all of you here. Each and every municipality with its size, it needs to have a troika. You need to have executive mayor that are sitting in front of you. We are having speakers that are going to share the council items. They are sitting in front of you. We are going to have chief whips of these municipalities that are before me. But your contact, comrade, as the future leadership of administration that we are going to take 2026 remains in your own conscience. Because here, I'm talking about the leaders. Nobody will come and invade your space if you don't allow a vacuum. But to share space, nation does not allow the vacuum. The president of MK have said, you have 3 levels of politics. And now I'm sure, I don't know whether you are in 2 or in 3. In 3, comrade, is the classified comrade that are in a science sphere. And if you define what is science, you'll be understanding what is your role as a leader of the current. Science is a systematic that have structures that you need to have an observation that is having experiment, and that will be future of 2026, because we are going to take municipalities indeed. Watch the space. January, February 2025, they will be coming like, you see this string of beings coming to join MK. Community meeting, we're no longer in our process because you open one, a vacuum. Guard against to be distracted by your enemy, because you are not going to reach your goal or your vision or your mission of the current status that we have said we are tired from 1994 to date, but to go 10 steps backwards with the victories that are near to be attained, to be obtained, to be achieved in order for you to lead the society in all these 17 municipalities. Comrades, there are a lot of opportunities that MK have achieved from its inception in 2023, May 16, because you managed to surpass the record of old political parties. That is an achievement. You managed within that short period of 9 months to be able to be classified as leaders before me. It's an achievement of you as leaders of sub-regions to have blessings of our Zinta before us. We have blessings to have our fundis and the young student movements that they are now in the fourth industrial revolution that must market MK, but they are marketing MK by doing what? You campaign your own leadership. Because the more we remain here, the more we are making you to be constant. But if we can move, then we open an opportunity for you to grow. Hence, we are dealing with collective leadership here. As I'm starting the podium, no, we need to reproduce more leaders. Comrade, my subject is very easy. When you don't have an enemy in the movement, you will never have a problem of interpreting all the communication that comes from the SGO office. You will never have a problem. When there is a press briefing, comrade, where the president is going to address the nation, as the leadership before me, you must take seat, take a pen, make notes. The opening remark of the SG during the press briefing, it was that now we have 8 executives in the national command. We are now introducing extension of NHC to make sure that we get more momentum, we spread our wings, we make sure communication spread across. And we are opportunists to get an opportunity of one of us being given an opportunity to lead in the national high command. Now, the SG said, we are not going to tamper with all these structures that are currently in place. A comrade organizer, being comrade Uchibabu, having an opportunity to go and make sure that student movements are alive, women's league are alive, youth league are alive. And he did not say what is current or and disband. That was not communicated. Now, after that, there was a correspondence that seeks to make sure that everybody understands that there is a new sheriff in the house, being the entire expanded National High Command Committee, to say, let us put the pause. And in a simple English, they are calling that a moratorium. Moratorium said, you leave status quo as is. Don't tamper, don't do anything. If you have a vacuum, you leave that vacuum at your own periphery, because we have been given an opportunity to build organization. If Mpumalanga does not have that leadership that have made you to be here, so how do you approach your local government elections? Because it's not when there is a 3 months to do all these IEC preparations. You need to make sure that you identify potential within your collective to lead these decisions. Now, this moratorium need to come to an end in a proper way, because I'm sure now that High Command is now settled. They will come and visit our provinces and make sure that we get blessings to say, where there are zones that are not that effective, let them be effective. Where there are sub-regions, where there are still big gaps, go and make them to be more effective. Where there are gaps within the leadership here, go and identify and close the gaps, because nature does not allow that. So moratorium in simple terms, as far as harsh, as a told our service provider, and that I'm sure is for the national office, because Baba is Panama service provider now and then. But at the provincial levels, we are still using like I don't know who in the boat to make sure that this Titanic is not sinking. It's because of you. You have a very solid foundation, comrade. Me and I can look into all these comrades that are talking. Who are one of the comrade. It's not him. There is an influence. And the influence is going to make you to be stagnant. There are people we know. This way is another batch. With more frustrated, the one comrade don't gather up. The fact is also the comrade who's so Catholic baptist. What do you because you must not be allowed to be used as a human being at your age. Say no. Say no. You need to be trained for being a hired hand to shoot lento. They don't want that. But you are going to support an education. Because the EFF, TA, ANC, and others, now we need to be observant among ourselves. We not bully them all because we are to and how can you have a commander money, but you need to be calling a third party to come and intervene in your meeting? I will never allow police officials to come into a meeting and lead. You are the leaders of MK, you need to be led and you need to lead. We are not going to allow that. This is the last meeting that we have a 4th or 10th body to come and mediate in our meeting. Not under my leadership. Let us behave. Let us take our conscience and put it first and make sure that when you have a boiling matter in you, come and ventilate it properly, you get the conclusion. You don't